Okay, time is ticking.
Time
is ticking.
ticking.
The time that ticked is not coming back, girl. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to another video podcast. This is Misa.
This is Yuka.
And welcome to the Misa Yuka podcast.
Yeah! It's like Hannah Montana.
I know.
Opening.
Okay, so this week's podcast we have a really interesting topic. Oh, so if you are new here to our channel, we are two sisters living in Tokyo. We grew up in the States, California, and we are now just like living in Tokyo, doing this podcasting, social media stuff, and we speak both Japanese and English, but this is our English podcast. なのでもし新しい方がいらっしゃれば、私たち日本語も英語も喋るんですけど、これは英語のポッドキャストです。で、毎週いろんなね、トピックについてお話をしてます。で、トピックを募集しますので、こちらのリンク貼っておきますので、そちらに、トピックスを相談事とか何でもいいので、送信のほどよろしくお願いします。Okay. Alright. では、いきます。では、first, so our topic today is how to take action. Because I think this is like a pretty like I get like asked or like it's a topic for everyone, I think. And I mean, people tell me I'm an action taker.
Yeah, because you don't take the time to think.
Yeah, but I think I think a lot. And sometimes even like I thought I was like a pretty good action taker, but like recently I've been kind of thinking
You're not?
I am very slow.
Really?
Yeah.
For example,
so I've been doing a lot of like teaching English stuff, and I really wanted to make my own English program. So that like before it was more of like tutoring based, right? So it's more of, I don't know, like there's no goal. It's just like every week I'm like tutoring and stuff. But I just wanted to make it more, I guess, like a better service for people, and like I can like serve more people. So I wanted to make this like English program and like kind of like set all the terms and stuff and like have a set rate and everything. But I've been kind of like slacking on that. I've been like thinking too much.
So you think you're slacking because you're thinking too much?
Yeah, I'm like thinking too much about
What are you thinking about?
I think it's just like how I'm gonna like lead everyone into like how I'm gonna announce it, how I'm gonna like set the rates and stuff, and how I'm going to structure my classes. Just like there's a lot of like thinking to go on, you know, like going into that. So I think like I've been kind of like slacking because I wanted to make it super like perfect.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I feel like people have this like problem of like being like super perfect. Right? But and I hate thinking too much. Right. Like I just hate it when I'm like just thinking.
I know.
It is not a good feeling.
I mean, there are thinkers and there are people who can't really think through.
And I think I'm like the type of person who can't really think through. And like I don't really like to take the time.
Think in your mind, or do you write them down?
So when I'm like thinking too much in my mind, I just write it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, when you're making this program, are you thinking in your mind, or are you writing them down?
See, that's the thing. I think I'm writing it down, but at the same time I'm just like thinking in my head. And I think that is the trap that everyone kind of falls in, right? They just think in their minds and like they don't really realize, oh, they're not actually moving forward.
Right.
You know? I think like that's the thing. Like when I think like, oh, I'm not taking action, like the moment I realize that I'm not taking action, I take action. Yeah, that's what I do.
So maybe you just need to realize you're not taking action. And what you did, so starting from tomorrow, you will be taking action.
Or starting from today. Yeah, we still have time. So yeah, it's kind of like that. How do you take action?
You gave me an advice to put them in my calendar.
Yeah, that's one thing. I think that
Yeah.
definitely. I think like
Mhm.
putting everything into your Google calendars, like
Mhm.
into your schedule,
Mhm.
is like the final step before you take action, you know?
Right.
So we have this like we're given 24 hours a day
Mhm.
and we're probably sleeping, I don't know, like average person 6 to 8 hours,
Mhm.
right? And so that's around like 16 to 18 hours
Mhm.
of work and progress we
Right.
can do, right? And within the 16 hours, we're like working,
Mhm.
right? Like the normal person, average person works around like, I don't know, 7 to 8 hours a day. So
Mhm.
that's like minus 8 hours, right?
Mhm.
And then we also have to do human stuff. We have
Right.
to eat,
Mhm.
we have to poo and pee and stuff.
Yeah.
All of that time takes time.
Yeah.
And so that's around like minus what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
And like doing just everyday like laundries or like whatever responsibilities you have. So that's around like 5 hours
Okay.
of stuff that you can actually take action upon,
Mhm.
right?
Those are just natural things that we take action
No,
upon.
no, but like, but the leftover 5 hours,
Uh-huh.
like you have, that's like your time.
Right.
So it's like you can't be thinking.
No, I
You
think
gotta be moving
no,
forward.
there's steps. There's definitely steps. There's the
Right,
thinking stage and then there's the doing stage.
right.
But like a person like me who like takes a lot of time to
Thinking.
think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like the thinking is like super long for me. And that's because like I don't mind thinking things through. Like that's not
Wow,
really like a problem for me.
that's really good.
I know, and it seems like it is a problem for you.
Yeah, it's a problem for me because I can't really do that.
Yeah. But that's like another thing. Even if I like to think and stuff, like that means I can't do the things that I think about,
Right.
right? So then my like putting in my calendar really didn't help either.
Really?
Yeah, it did not help.
Because you're probably like, oh, I have it in my calendar, but whatever.
Yeah,
You're probably
exactly.
like, okay, I won't do that today.
Yeah,
Like, I don't feel
exactly.
like it or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
I feel like you also have the same feel thing of like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
so
mean like
funny.
it's just like, oh yeah, that's in my calendar. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
like
so
my
what
point
do
of
you
view.
think like has worked?
Um, uh, putting like I guess like having this mindset. Or I actually changed my mindset.
Oh, wow. See, I think it really comes with the mind.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the mindset of like, I'm just gonna try it out. That mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that that mindset is really important. Like it doesn't have to be like perfect.
yeah,
Like you're just like trying it out.
yeah. And then yeah, just try it out, and then if you like it, you like it, and if you
Mm-hmm.
don't, oh wow, that's cool too. It's like
Yeah.
that's kind of like the mindset that I like changed into. So I did a lot of things last year. Like I challenged myself last year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like, for example, I went to I like you know how I traveled a lot.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
went to like Hida.
Oh yeah, you went to Vietnam.
I went to Vietnam too, and where did I also go? I also went to like Yamanashi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like that was like for like just like a tour to see
Mm-hmm.
like the company and stuff.
Right.
And I, like before going there, I was like, I don't know who I'm gonna meet. I don't know how I'm gonna like make my travel plans, like schedule
Wait,
everything
you went
out.
for work or like you went to
I want to go like seek things out.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did that all by myself. Like I would usually go with like, someone else.
You went to Yamanashi to seek things.
Yeah,
Wait, what were you thinking? What
I
were
went
you
to go see a
seeking?
cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to go see a cafe.
Because she
Um
wants to like work in cafes. Like she's interested in like
yeah, I was just
cafes.
interested in the cafe and like the that company. And that company's like doing more things than the cafe, Misa.
Okay.
But yeah, but in order to go somewhere, you need to schedule things out, and I just didn't know how to do that. But I just like went for it. I didn't really think things through.
Yeah.
Yeah. and I didn't die. So
Mm-hmm.
so I think that is the mindset that I'm gonna go with.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then also like I kind of like do it before I start thinking.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I like that. That works best for me because we have like this our beloved Mel Robbins.
Right.
She's a coach. If you don't really know, she's like a world renowned coach,
Mm-hmm.
and I always listen to her podcast. I can like link the podcast too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like she always says about the 5 second rule,
Oh yeah,
you
that
know,
doesn't work for me either.
because you're probably like 5, 4, 3, 2. So okay, so the 5 second rule, if you don't know, it's a rule where you do everything within 5 seconds. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh, I have to do the laundry, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're doing the laundry. Your
Like you
laundry.
count down,
Yeah,
right?
you have to count down. It's kind of like a blast off with like when the rockets blast off. It's like go young sun,
Right.
it's blast off, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so the 5 second rule kind of like pushes people
Mm-hmm.
to take action within 5 seconds,
Right.
and this supposedly like by taking action and succeeding at it, it builds confidence in yourself
Mm.
that you can do it. Like if you have to wake up early, if you're like, and I don't know, like if you're waking up at 11 a.m. every day and you're like, okay, I want to wake up earlier, maybe 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can do that, that actually builds confidence in yourself. Like integrity,
Mm-hmm.
we call it integrity, like yeah, like trust within yourself that you
Right.
can do things, and that builds
Right.
confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I guess so.
so like how I think is like every time I complete a task that
Mm-hmm.
I said I would complete, that builds a lot of confidence in me.
Right.
Yeah. And every day, and it can be like little small things like taking out the trash.
But you have to complete those tasks within the day that you schedule it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And so I really push myself to like, okay, I'm going to be completing all these tasks.
Mm-hmm.
And then like okay. And then I also think about like, okay, time is ticking.
Time
Time
is
is ticking.
ticking.
Like
That's
like
true.
yeah, like this moment, time is ticking.
Time is ticking.
Yeah, like there in the time that ticked is not coming back, girl. It
That's
is
so
not
funny.
coming back.
Uh-huh.
Time that has ticked is not coming back anymore. And so that's why you have to take action before it ticks away. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Before all the ticks are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the way of thinking that I do.
Right.
It's like time is ticking. Like
Uh-huh.
right now.
Right.
I have to like is it better if I'm thinking about it or is it better when I'm doing it?
When you're doing it.
Right? Of course, a lot of the things I think you have to think through, like, okay, making a program for other people, you have to really have the brain capacity and the strength to
Mm-hmm.
think through everything so that you are serving your people like the best way possible, right?
Right.
And so those things, like, I think, no, it's because, like, I don't think I should do that on a whim. And that's why it's taking me, like, longer.
No, I think
I love how we're like, I think, I think, I think.
I think you are just trying to aim for a 100% when you should be aiming at 30% right now.
Wow, Yuka. Yeah, that's true.
You should just write it out,
And I'll
draft
just
it
do 30.
out,
I did.
and then have someone look at it.
Oh, maybe I'll have you look at it. You're like, not me again.
Not me. No. Yeah, but yeah, you need a second opinion
Right.
to relax,
Mhm.
to chill.
Yeah,
You need to chill.
definitely.
And then you can receive the feedback and then aim for 50% next.
Right.
You're just
That
taking it to like,
seriously.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what mom told me. That's what mom told me, and she like gave
Really?
me advice too. And it like
What
made
does
me
she
feel
say?
so she just said like you just have to just do it. You know, like you don't have to take it so seriously.
That's
Because I'm like, okay, if I start this program, like I won't be able to take vacations anymore, or like I won't be like as free anymore, you know?
Mhm.
And like that really kind of scared me because I do want to, you know, maybe travel back home again
Right.
or like do some other traveling around Asia this year,
Mhm.
right? And if I have that, then it's like I don't think I can do it. But she's like, okay, if you're traveling, then you should just like make it like, you know, a 3 month thing or
Mhm.
like something that's not so prolonged.
Mhm.
Or like when you are gonna take a break, like people want breaks too,
Mhm.
you know, so like just take a break like when you need a
Right.
break and then just like resume it again.
Right.
Kind of like that. So she was like, yeah, you don't really need to take it so seriously. No one is actually taking it so seriously.
Yeah,
It's like
especially a startup. I think there are more like
me,
trial and error.
startup.
You are you are a startup
I'm
if
a
you're
startup.
if you're starting like a new, a new like program. You are a startup
I'm a startup.
and you are a beginner.
I am a beginner.
It's not a repeat after. This is not a repeat after me program. Yeah, so you are a beginner. It's okay if you don't know things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like the thing, yeah, I think like people don't, yeah, don't take the act and don't take the
I
action.
think what we have to be like our mindset should be like a little bit less serious.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking but like taking it less serious. Like that decision of like doing things, like
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't like actually affect your entire life
Right.
forever.
Right.
So,
Yeah. But I also have kind of like
uh-huh.
come upon people
Yeah.
who procrastinate too much,
Mm.
right? And who don't take action because of
Mhm.
this and this and this. And that kind of like pisses me off. But sometimes I'm like, you have
Mhm.
like a big
What
dream.
is the because of this and this and
Because of
this?
these really small things, they
Uh-huh.
have these like reasons, right? They can't film inside their room because their room is dirty. It's like clean up, you know?
Right.
Or like I can't like film because like I don't know, like I don't have good lighting.
Mhm.
Get a good light, you know?
Mhm.
And then like I see them like they spend money on different things,
Right.
right? And they're like, okay, maybe you could have spent it on your lights. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like those kinds of things.
Right.
It's like it's also like with the mindset part, I think it's also like what you actually are focusing on. And like
Right.
if you really want it,
Right.
you
The
know?
priority part,
Yeah,
right?
like if your priority, like if you're thinking it's pretty high, but your actions and your way of thinking proves it wrong,
Mhm.
we're probably not really prioritizing.
That's true.
I really think that. So if you really
That's true.
focus on like
Mhm.
what your priorities are, then I think you can take the action, like take the right actions,
Right.
you know? Because if your, I don't know, priority is to become a painter, right?
Mhm.
But then you keep on, I don't know, doing something else
Mhm.
and getting like small money just
Mhm.
to, you know, I don't know, like, or like do other things to perhaps, I don't know, like that will help your artistic endeavors.
Mhm.
But if you're an artist, like a painter, and if you're not painting every day, you're not going to
Mhm.
become a painter,
Right.
right? If you want to do social media, if you're not social mediaing every day, like you're
Mhm.
not going to be a social media person,
Right.
right?
Right.
If you want to be a, I don't know, model,
Right.
right? And or like a, I don't know, yeah.
So,
And
yeah, we get the point.
if you're not
We
like
get the point.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you need to be
Yeah.
like what not Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Not Ed Sheeran. Shawn Mendes.
Shawn
So yeah,
Mendes.
Shawn Mendes was talking about how his dad was like, or he was like, how do I become a singer? You know?
Mhm.
And his dad was like, you just have to make songs and sing, and you
Mhm.
can be a singer. So that's our rice cooker. We just got rice. You know, we just cooked rice. Yeah. If you heard. But yeah, you just like if you want to be a
Right.
singer, you just have to make songs and sing.
Right.
That's just like
That's
so simple.
yeah. It's really simple. if you actually think about it.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh my god, taking action.
Yeah.
It's like this big wall, but it's like you just have to kind of believe that you are,
Yeah.
and you have to do it.
Yeah.
You know, no one's gonna do it for you. Literally, right?
Yeah.
Right? No one's gonna like feed you.
It's about trying. It's
Yeah.
about trying it out and exploring.
Yeah, and experimenting.
What
Yeah.
you like, what you don't like.
And if you do something and if you don't like it, that's great, right?
Right.
You learned that you didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I learned that I don't like to work at corporate in Japan. Like, that's what I learned.
By trying it out.
But I tried it out without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's the point.
Everyone. So we've been like, we chose this topic because like we were just getting a lot of questions on Instagram, like how do you take action? Like how do you find the job that you really want? It's like about really taking action. It's just like about really doing it.
It's about taking action, actually learning about, if you're trying to find a job, then learning about the different types of jobs.
Yeah. It's just like you have to do it. And I'm always struggling like taking action. I think we all are. But we are like, I think it's like the mindset part that we have to really like coach ourselves to like, train ourselves. And I think like a lot of podcasts help.
Yeah,
a lot of podcasts and just like listening to other really successful people or like even coaches really, really help me. You don't even have to like pay for their like paid services,
right?
Really just like listening to their energy kind of really helps me like move forward and like take the right steps,
Right.
So yeah, always like learning.
Okay,
we're done. If you have any requests, please through the Google form down there, please send us requests. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a great day
and a great life.
I'll see you guys in my next video.
Bye.
See you.